Welcome back, and moving on to our first segment for today, talking more about the recent visit of Somalia's president here in Egypt and his meeting with President Abdel al-Sisi, and also signing a military protocol. Over the phone, we have Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of Political Science. Hello.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Doctor. So,
Yes,
first
hello.
of all, could you tell us more about the significance of this visit?
I believe this is one of the most important steps that Egypt has taken in the past period of time. There is a huge level of threat that Egypt is facing and confronting in the African level, in the African file. Somalia is one of the most important friendly and brotherly country to Egypt. And Somalia is right now facing great and huge and difficult situations from Ethiopia, from foreign influences that are trying to threaten its stability and its own lands. We have witnessed, of course, the new states that unrecognized by any country in the whole world except for two countries. One of them is Ethiopia, and the other one, a regional country that is threatening and being cut from the heart, the soil of the Somalian land. Egypt right now is taking the step expected by a friendly and a brotherly country, which is Somalia. Yesterday, the meeting between Mr. President Abdel al-Sisi and his counterpart, Mr. Hassan Sheikh, in Egypt, is a very important step. Yesterday, we have declared that we are supporting the Somalian stability, the Somalian authority on its own land, even though the land that was taken from it by other colonial powers from the 60s and all over the past decades. We have also witnessed the opening of an Egyptian embassy in Mogadishu. This is a very important step, and declaring a military cooperation between Egypt and Somalia at this time to the whole world means a lot. We have already established a whole lot of fleet in the Red Sea to protect our own national security in the Red Sea. The same threat that is Somalia's right now facing, whether from the Ethiopian neighbor to Somalia, or whether from the Houthis, the terroristic group that is supported by Iran, whether by other countries, whether by the US, whether by the Zionist existence, and other regional parts that are trying to undermine the stability of the continent. I believe this is a very important step taken by Mr. President Abdel al-Sisi. Egypt has declared to the whole world that we are supporting Somalia, that Somalia is sharing the roots and the blood in of the African veins that we all share in Egypt and in Africa. We are the leading country of the continent.
Right. How do you see the signing of the military cooperation protocol, and how far is this protocol important for both countries?
I believe that Egypt taken the actions clear and announced to the whole world. Unlike other countries that are trying to take actions secretly and deviously and manipulative, in a most manipulative way, we have declared our military support to Somalia, declaring that its own stability is the main concern, our own stability. Our southern national security means that we should have what they call it an international security borders that go beyond our own strategic borders, at to the south, that ends by the beginning of the borders of Sudan. But our own international security borders goes way back long to Somalia, until the beginning and the roots of the Nile basin. That means we should and we are trying to do the thing that we should do to protect our own international borders, security borders, by cooperating and supporting our own brothers in Africa, in Somalia, against the threats that are surrounding the country and threatening our own international security borders. I believe also that cooperating with Somalia on the military level means a lot. Means that we can take any action, military action, to protect the Somalian land against any threats against Somalia from any other counterpart. That means we are protecting our own international security. That means we are protecting our own brothers in Africa, and of course, as a leading country in the continent, as a bigger brother to the continent from thousands of years.
What kind of potentialities do we have when it comes to the economic cooperation between both countries?
Well, this is exactly what Egypt needs to do right now. Cooperating on the military level, the economical level, the industrial level, is using our own soft force to protect and to initiate stronger relations with Somalia. Somalia, of course, needs lots of work, lots of projects that we can establish there, like we have already accomplished in another friendly and a brotherly country like Tanzania, when we established the Julius Nyerere Dam. In Somalia, of course, we can establish projects, mega projects, like we have accomplished here in Egypt and other places. We can support the Somalian nation, which is a historical nation and one of the most important roots in the African continent, with cooperating on the economical level and the industrial level. And of course, Somalia has a lot of potential in the agricultural field. So we can build a stronger base of cooperation on too many levels in this file.
Well, of course, there were many other points that were discussed between both presidents, especially when it comes on the international level, and it shows actually common points of view when it comes to many of the international files. How far do you see this?
This means that we are coordinating with Somalia to unite our situations, to take a united strategy in our own foreign affairs. We are using this visit paid by Mr. President of Somalia to Egypt to declare that we are uniting our strategy, our vision, and also that means any threat to Somalia that is announced worldwide today, any threat against Somalia is a threat to Egypt. And this is a very important step to be declared. As Mr. President Abdel mentioned once, we are fighting with honor in a world that lacks honor. Of course, I believe that we expect more steps in this file. I believe that a visit paid by Mr. President Abdel to Somalia, I believe this is most expected right now, and we expect more cooperation on all levels with our brothers in Somalia.
So on the conclusion, looking for the near future, we always say that the president paved the way or put the basics, and then definitely we need to continue after this. So if we're talking about more steps to be adopted or taken just to consolidate this mutual economic cooperation.
I believe that we need to make it clear to our brothers in the continent that Egypt, not any other country from abroad, from out of the continent, we are the true brothers, and we share the same roots, the same blood, the same interests, and we together, as one continent, we can face the threats that are surrounding our own continental best interests, our own lands, our own borders. The Zionist existence and other enemies are trying to manipulate the fortunes, the source of in this land. We have lots of fortunes. We have lots of sources that is an easy place for greed from colonial powers. We need to unite our situations, our own efforts, to face and to confront those threats. I believe also that no other country can help us but us. Together we can face those situations, that hostile situations in the continent.
Right. Mr. Abdel Rahman, journalist, thank you very much for joining us. And moving on to a quick break, then we'll be back.